Welcome to Lecture 01, Lecture 1, Introduction. So we're going to go over class expectations, a little bit more detail, what's required and expected of the class for Architecture 530, Environmental Systems. I don't have my little view up. You can't see me. And there I am. Just got a haircut. It was a while. So you don't get to see the shaggy me. So let's get on with it. Course information, it's in the syllabus, or everything that we go over today is in the syllabus for reference, and my contact information. So if you have not responded to an email from me yet, or have not received an email for whatever reason, that contact information is in the syllabus, as is Professor Chang's email. Participation, we've got one email and or responses to emails that I send out. That's one point. Message boards and responses to those. So those fall under participation. And those message boards responses tie into assignments 1 and 4. There's 13 reviews. And these reviews are meant to get you comfortable with not only the exam format, so that's not a hindrance or that's not a point of contention, but also give you practice on the content and the concepts that we go over. So there's 13 of those. And those are basically graded as participation if you turn in a correction on there. We'll touch on corrections later. So if you take a review and you get a 0.75 out of 1 and make the proper corrections in the submitted correction, there'll be 2 chances for that, and document that, you get the full review credit. Right? So it's a practice and not a measure of your knowledge. It's setting you up for where you'll be with the exam. Assignment 1, current acoustic audio control video experience. You can use your Zoom experience, you can use your phone experience. We're probably not going to the movie theater anytime soon. Probably not seeing too many live performances anytime soon. Maybe you go to the drive-in. That'd be a good one to go over. So any of those experiences, there'll be 2 of those that you need to put in your original post, and then need to respond to at least 2 people. We'll go over that more. Objectively quantifying sound, assignment 2. Background noise isolation, assignment 3, and then a current space analysis and description for assignment 4. Then we get to the exam, and then we have corrections. To reiterate, the contact information is in the syllabus. That's where the email is. Recommended text, Architectural Acoustics Illustrated by Michael Ehrman. If you're planning on pursuing the Architectural Acoustics Certificate, which we'll go over in the next lecture when we go over industry and where everything stands. Be a good idea. At a minimum, having it for the digital, the Kindle version, or the book itself is a good reference book. It's great because it illustrates the concepts that we'll go over. Also, additional information, as you've probably guessed because you're watching this, is posted in Blackboard, and then slides are also posted in Blackboard or hosted on Google Drive. So depending how you're watching this, if you check the comments, the slides should be linked from Google Drive to the YouTube description. Communication, email for communication, 95% of questions, if they're clear, concise, and state where the confusion or trouble or what the specific inquiry is, will, if they can't be answered quickly in an email, I will post a video and send you the link for that response. So if we need to go into something of more detail, what is the angle of incident? How do we look at, how do I define how long a wave at a certain frequency is? We can further explore those on that. And then Blackboard for all evaluated assignments. If it's not in Blackboard, a grade cannot be assigned for that. Course description, we don't need to read all this. This is taken out of the catalog, but what we're focusing on in this section are the building acoustics and mechanical noise control. And this will make a little bit more sense once we get into it, once we delve into the industry of acoustics, audio, control, and video. And I will conflate that. I believe I said that in previous or other lectures. I may say acoustics, audio, video control, because for a long time there wasn't a set control. It was all knobs. You didn't have a graphical user interface or a GUI. You didn't have Alexa. You didn't have control panels. It was all done mechanically and analog at a control panel in front of each device. So building acoustics and mechanical noise is what we're going to focus on. We'll touch on the other aspects of all of these, but our main focus is for building acoustics and then that mechanical noise control. So again, going over their objectives, look at mechanical noise control. And then at the completion, you'll have knowledge that will help you do a broad overview of an acoustical analysis. At least, hopefully, help you not make huge mistakes or identify if it's going to be a mistake that you need to bring in the expert, or enough in the skills and enough interest that you pursue a career in acoustical consulting or an allied field. Just so you know, just recently, I usually place 1 to 2 students in internships or full-time positions. So there currently is quite the demand, even given the current situation in acoustics, audio, video, and control. Participation. Email introduction will be 1 point. We'll go over that at the end of this lecture. And then for a total of 2 points is 1 point per message board response total. So we'll do it 2 responses per message board, and so that set of responses is 1 point. So we've got message board responses, total of 2 across each message board, and for the message boards themselves, which are counted as assignments, so this would be assignment 1 and assignment 4, there's 2 points for the original post or summary. And when you post on the message board for your original summary or narrative, you should start a separate thread. Your post should not be buried in someone else's post. And then for the responses, for the 2 points, and so this is a correction aspect that we like to have, the little Easter egg. This will be the only time that will be pointed out. So for the total of 2 points, there's actually 4 responses. So if we look at the second bullet up here, we look at this. Total of 2 points is correct, but it's not 1 per message board response. It's actually 0.5. So if you see something like this in a slide, if you note what slide this is on, and that the error is that it should be 0.5 points per message board response. So there's a total of 4 responses, 2 per message board, and that gives us our 2 points. So that checks out. This is the one that's the error. 2 message responses per board. They have to be to 2 other students. You can't just respond to your own post. That's of no help to anyone. And 1 has to be a response to a response. So you can't just go in and comment on the original post. The expectation is not spend 45 minutes, 50 minutes every 3 or 4 hours catching up on message boards posts, but that you are active on there. You're not required to know everything that everyone posts, but there'll be some good information in it. Reviews. So we've got another error in here, right? We can correct this 6.5 because there's 13 total reviews, 0.5. Reviews, you can do unlimited retakes. It's an average of those retakes. You can submit corrections for full credit on what you're missing. If you don't submit corrections, you get whatever you earned on the review. Be sure if you're guessing something and you get it right, it's good to take a note of what you are unsure of, and make sure you check that and know why you chose that answer, even if you guessed right, even if you used correct test taking skills and you eliminated answers that weren't correct. You get those posted. And then the goal is to become familiar with the content and Blackboard quiz structures. Not so much that right after you see the content, that you've mastered the content. Assignments, we have 4 assignments. Current acoustic audio control video experience. That's a message board. So you post your original, 2 responses, full credit. Assignment 2, objectively quantifying sound. This is where we'll work through some problems, identify levels, frequency, what something sounds like, how that compares to single number descriptors, and can we quantify objectively what we're hearing and experiencing subjectively. That's our goal. That's the black magic portion of that. And then you can submit corrections for both assignment 2 and assignment 3 for half of what you missed. Assignment 3, background noise and noise isolation. This is a little bit of math involved. Simple addition, a little bit of logarithmic scale. We'll go over that. But this is the exercise to predict how loud noise will be in the source. Noise is unwanted sound. We'll go over that. And then we'll finish up with assignment 4, current space analysis and description. After going through all this, you should be able to quantify your space. Is it good? Is it bad? Could it be improved? What does it take to be improved? Right, adding a 9-inch or 8-inch concrete wall to your space probably is not a feasible solution to keep out outside traffic noise, because maybe the level's too high. So we'll be able to do that in orders of magnitude and apply what we've learned to your current scenario. Exam date is Monday, June 1st. Is that correct? Let's check down here. Yep, June 1st. For some reason, I keep thinking it's always the 2nd. I don't know why. So Monday, June 2nd. We will all jump on. That way, everyone's in the same spot, and if there's questions, concerns, we can work those out during the exam. If we have a question or a discussion, we can take it to a side room on Zoom. So corrections for the first set, end of day on Monday. Reviews 1 through 6, and then assignments 1 and 2. Corrections 2, end of the day Tuesday. This is for review 7 through 12. And then assignments 3 and 4, and then the exam. So to space it out, probably want to have your review 7 through 12 and assignments 3 and 4 done early Monday to be ready for the exam. If you work diligently, more than likely you can get it all done on Friday and submit all corrections and everything on Friday to know where you stand on Monday. But based on where your schedule's at, you can work at your own pace on there. While there's no lecture time, I'll be available between 2 and 4 on Tuesday. I do have a meeting scheduled for 4 p.m. So if we need to do anything, we need to do it before then. Then it will be all mechanical and environmental systems with Professor Chang. And so for 4 corrections, so corrections 1, corrections 2, it's all one big one group. Label the assignment, review, or exam being corrected. Exact question, you want to document that that's being corrected. Document the error that you had. Provide the correct answer or approach to fix that. Provide points being earned, both per question and total on assignment. And there's full points for reviews and half points for assignments and or exams, as we need to correct those. If you have any questions, let me know. And so that's the expectations and the overview, introduction of this course. So we went over Blackboard, went over the syllabus, course descriptions, course objectives, how we're breaking down participation, how we break down reviews, what the assignments are, when the exam is, and then corrections to all those. Half for assignments and exams, full for reviews. All right, thanks. And if you need anything, hopefully by now you know where my contact information is.